Hey guys, so some of you showed some interest in this structure that I put together to keep my plants, my succulents and my cacti protected from the rain and the harsh sun. Here in South Florida, we do get tons and tons of rain, and most of these plants would never survive here if it wasn't for this structure. So I thought I'd make this short video and show you guys how I put it together and what it's all about, so that hopefully you guys can try it at home as well. And if you live in a high humidity area like myself, you can still keep your cacti and succulents alive. So as you can see guys, this is purely for function. It is not beautiful, but it does work and it is very simple. It's just made up of polycarbonate sheeting, which is a fancy word for plastic sheeting. You can get this at Home Depot for about $30 for 12 feet of it. And the structure itself is made out of these 1 inch by 1 inch wooden pieces that you can also find at Home Depot for very cheap. And finally, I have these sort of connector pieces. I'm sure you can find something that looks nicer like this, but these cost me about 89 cents each. So again guys, this is very cost effective, and it does seem to do the trick. All I did was basically measure out triangles so that I can put them up against the fence and screw them like you can see back there. And I also added some sheeting to the top to make sure that no water leaks through the small gap that there is between the polycarbonate sheeting and the fence. And I also added some extra polycarbonate sheeting to the back, because when it rains, sometimes you do get that sideways rain, and some of these cacti, even a couple of drops of rain in the wrong moment can, kill them. So yeah, it's just very simple. Just the two triangles. I only drilled the least amount of holes to the plastic as possible. Obviously, the more holes you drill, the more possibilities of leaks are you're gonna have. So I drill the holes all the way at the bottom, so that if they do leak, it's just gonna leak down and no cacti are gonna get wet. And finally, we just have these Home Depot shelves underneath, which is where all the cacti and succulents rest. And this hook here with the chain is simply sort of a hood, so that when you're not admiring your cacti and succulents, you can just cover them. And when you do put the lid down, as you can see, it doesn't go all the way down. It does not cover the cacti and succulents. And the reason for that is ventilation, guys. Ventilation is very important if you're gonna be covering your cacti and succulents like this. So you wanna make sure the plastic or whatever you're covering them with isn't too restrictive. As you can see, the sides of this are completely open. So even though you do risk a little bit of rain going in through there, you definitely need that extra air circulation to go in there, or you risk scorching your cacti and succulents, because yes, they do live in very hot climates, but they also have a lot of ventilation in the desert. They have wind. So if you cover your cacti to protect them from the rain, you absolutely have to make sure that you allow for ventilation to take place. Some of these guys can be a little more forgiving to that heat, but for example, copiapoa, which is one of my favorite plants, they definitely do not like the heat. Plants like Hasseltoniana will scorch very easily if they're exposed to extreme temperatures and not enough ventilation. So those are sort of my pointers, guys. If you have any other questions or concerns, please comment down below. And if you enjoy these videos, please let me know so that I can make sure to keep making them. And I'm sure together we can help each other out to keep these beautiful plants alive in all the places where they shouldn't be. So see you guys on the next video.